Hello, dears. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Physics Wallah. So, dear students, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Physics Wallah. So, welcome to biology. Welcome to the living world. So, guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Hi, Rahul. Hi, Rahul. Okay, so it's sharp 6:30 and we have to start the class, right? So today we are going to take the chapter, the living world, the first chapter of our biology, right? First zoology chapter. Yes, I could see your comments. Rahul, I could see your message and some more comments are there. Rahul, tell me. Tell me, Rahul, what happened? You are saying that you need my help. Can you mention how can I help you? Hi, Juvraj. Hello. Hi, Juvraj. Hello. Yes, one more person is there. Okay, so before starting the class, make sure the audio, video, screen, chat, comment and everything is all right. You are not facing any kind of issues, any technical issues is not disturbing you. Make sure that, okay, Juvraj, hi, Vanchari Archana, how to pronounce that? Am I right? Vanchari Archana. Okay, yes, Rahul, you may say what's your help, ma'am, bio main बहुत ही ज़्यादा कमजोर हो. My God. Rahul, can you give me that message in English? Can you give me that message in English? Okay. I'm not able to understand the language. Okay, so let's start the class. But before that, I want to tell you some things. Okay. Hi, Anand. Hello. Yes, okay. I will call you Archana. Fine. Okay, guys, how are you all? How are you all? Yes, okay. So I got one admiration. I got one another beautiful comment from Reizda. Okay, thank you, Reizda. Thank you for your compliment. Okay, dears. So I hope your classes has already been started, right? Okay, I think for once you have learned something regarding the chapter living world. Actually, it is a very small chapter. It is a very easy chapter. It is a very simple chapter. While comparing to all other chapters, while comparing to all other subjects, this is the simplest chapter. This is the tiniest chapter that you have to learn in your plus 1 and plus 2 classes. All plus 1 and plus 2 chapters. Among all the chapters, it is the smallest chapter and it is a simple chapter, right? Yes. Ravi, oh thank you, you got 90% intent, very good. Mani, okay. Nishida, yes. Mani Ubhana, your name is Nishida, okay. Yes, Rahul, you are new to my class, okay, thank you. And I'm new to this class also, okay, because this is our first chapter. And before starting, let me introduce myself. My name is Blessy Maria Biju, okay. So all of you are in your plus 1 classes from your 10th standard. Now you entered into the 11th standard and this is a new beginning for you guys, right? You will be having a lot of dreams. You are starting your plus 1 classes with so many ambitions. Okay, you should stick on to your ambitions and you should work hard to achieve all your goals. Okay, the only thing I have to tell you is that most of the students is not having a dream while they are in plus 1. Towards the end of the plus 2, then only they are dreaming about something, what to become, how to become, such kind of things. Okay, so from the very starting itself, from the very beginning itself, all my students who are present in this live session should plan your goal. You should think which is the best profession you want to become. After 10 years, in which position you want to imagine yourself, you want to become which profession, which professional. Everything should be clear for you and took some time to think. Find out your skills, find out your favorite subject, and all of you should have a definite and proper goal. And according to that goal, according to that dream, you should prepare your plus 1, plus 2 classes. Okay, of course, very good marks in your public exam, board examination is necessary. But apart from that, we should work hard to achieve our goals, right? Okay. Yes. Yes, sure. Why not? Droppers can also watch. Okay, sure. Because this chapter, the simplest chapter, but I think you have attended the previous NEET exam, re-NEET exam. In the re-NEET exam, the difficult level of question has came from this chapter also, right? Okay. Oh, Rahul, you are telling your biology is very weak. No issues. Biology is a very simple subject. If you are ready to continue with me, if you are ready to start your biology with me, I can promise you that I will make you feel that biology is very interesting subject. Okay, so my name is Blessy Ma'am. Let me raise this. Okay, I'm just telling my name and details because I'm also first to this class. Okay, yes. And actually I'm from Kerala. You will be from different states of India. Anyway, we all are Indians, right? So I'm from Kerala. My native language is my proper vernacular language is Malayalam. You will be from different places. Can you mention from which place you are coming? Which is your state? Can you say that? Okay. Hi Shiva. Yes, I'm telling that. I don't know your name. Double S double seven CR7. Okay. I'm from Kerala. Okay. Okay, dears. So, chapter The Living World. I think all of you have once learned this chapter from your schools, right? How you feel about this chapter? In your 10th standard, biology is a kind of easy subject for you. Okay, that's fine. But while starting plus 1, plus 2 classes, you could understand that you could feel a proper difference because biology is not that easy like what you think in your 10th standard classes. Okay, anyway, you are having divisions like botany and zoology. The living world chapter belongs to zoology portion, and after that you are having biology classification, plant kingdom, animal kingdom and all, right? In this first unit, the living world is a very simple chapter. It is very easy, but the next chapters like biological classification, plant kingdom, animal kingdom, everything is little kind of memory based chapters, and you will feel some difficulty in learning some examples, terminologies, concepts like that. Okay, that's okay. But after that, when the next units are coming, little more tough concepts are also coming, only comparatively. Comparing with your previous biology classes that you got from your 10th standard. Okay, so actually plus 1 biology is little bit difficult while comparing with your 10th standard biology and also while comparing with your 12th standard biology. So make sure you are making a proper base in biology from the very beginning itself. Anyway, this chapter, The Living World, is very easy chapter. Okay, the living world chapter is very easy chapter. Living world chapter is very easy chapter, and this chapter is only carrying a very less weightage. Okay, so I think we can complete this chapter very fastly, but make sure yes, you have to make sure all the concepts, even though it is a little and simple chapter, make sure all the concepts are perfect for you. Fine. Yes, so shall we start, dears? Okay, Sujit. Yes, Manchu, you are from Karnataka. Rahul, you are from Uttar Pradesh. Double S, you are from Andhra Pradesh. So all Indians are here. Indians from all states are here. Okay, thank you, Rahul, for that sweet comment. Okay. Oh my God, SS, you scored 330 marks in biology. Very good. You lost only 30 marks. Fine. Okay, it's very good. Happy for that. Okay. So anyway, shall we start with the chapter? If you all are ready, I'm ready. Okay, not only to start this chapter, I'm ready to start with your plus 1 classes. Okay, we will deal this biology in a very super manner. Trust me, I can give you a promise. That means after learning this biology topics with me, I'm sure that all of you will start loving biology. Okay, so let's start. So my first question to you. Okay, anyway, this is our first chapter. We learned so many basic things about biology in our previous classes. We are starting fresh from here. So my first question to you. What do you mean by biology? What do you mean by biology? What is biology actually? We have so many subjects. We started learning biology from our smaller classes. Then tell me, what do you mean by biology? What is biology? Oh my God, but only 27 in physics and 62 in chemistry. So I hope you are very good in biology and you have some problems regarding your basics in chemistry and physics. Okay, so you should overcome that. Okay, fix the basics first and then start learning, right? Hi Naren, hi dear. Okay, so please tell me. Yes, I got a comment from Manchu. She is telling that biology is a study of life. Yes, very good. It's correct. Anyone can give any another definition. It is right anyway. So biology is a branch of science which is dealing with the study of life and living organisms. Study of life and living organisms. Biology is a branch of science which is dealing with the study of life and living organisms. Then tell me, what is living organism? What is living organism then? Living organism means like we can divide the complete every matter in this universe into two, right? Every matter in this universe can be divided into two. Which are they? Some matter will belong to living category, another will belong to non-living category, right? Yes. So all the matter belonging to living category is having life. They are showing so many features, right? They are showing so many features with which we can say this is an organism. This is an organism having living property, showing life, right? Yes, so living organisms have so many features, have so many properties, like they will perform so many metabolic activities inside, they will grow, they will reproduce, they have consciousness, like that. So many properties are fixed for this living organism, and that's why they are separated from the non-living category of matter, right? Yes, so yes, our chapter is regarding this living matter. So our chapter name is living world, okay, right? Yeah. Then tell me, where can we see this life and living organism? Living organisms are having life, and there are so many properties like growth, reproduction, consciousness, metabolism, etc. are giving them the property of life, right? Okay, anyway, that's okay. Where can we see this living organism? Where can we see this living organism? Yes, very good. Okay, tell me. We are starting from the very basics. Okay, don't worry. We'll be entering into Rahul, your score 355. Very good, wonderful, proud of you, dear. Okay, so then tell me, all the biology students, please tell me, where can we see this living organism? Where can we see this living organism? Where can you see the living organism? All of us are living organism. Anyway, tell me, where can we see this living organisms? Where can we see this living organisms? My dear kids, please tell me, where can we see this living organisms? Where can we see this living organisms? Hi, Muna. Good evening. Good evening, Muna. Tell me, where can... Yeah, see, our live session should be interactive. Okay, one-man show. I'm saying something and you are just hearing, kind of one-man show. That is very boring. We will grow together. We will learn together. Okay, I want your brains to think. Along with me, this should be an interactive, energetic live session. Both of us should think. I'm telling something, you are hearing that, okay, you are believing, and you are sometimes writing down the concepts. That's not okay. Along with me, you also have to think, okay? We have to build our scientific temper also. Okay, so then tell me, if you don't know the answer, then also it's not a problem. Give me the message, we don't know. That's okay. I will give you the answer. No problem. Okay, you should not keep quiet. If you are keeping quiet, then I will think that there is some problem, there is some technical issue, or there is some problem regarding the comment box. I will think like that. So, make sure a comment box is live. Okay, dears, tell me. Hi. Hi. Hi, Anshul. Hello, dear. Yeah, hi, Anjali. Anjali, it's not Anjali, it's Anshul. Okay, I can see your comments, but I can't see your answers. Tell me, we have to complete the class very fastly. If you are interacting properly, if you are going fast, then we can complete the class very fastly. Otherwise, okay, we will take time. Rahul, tell me, dears. Okay, I can see many students are here in this live. Yeah, you forgot the name also, Judith. My question is this: where can we see living organism? That is my question. Where can we see this living organism? Where can we see the living organism? Yes, I'm present in the studio. You are in your home. That's okay. There are so many living organisms also in this world, right? Where can we see this living organisms? Living organisms are, of course, everywhere, ma'am. Okay, everywhere means if we are taking the universe, take the example of universe. I'm taking this universe. Okay, in universe, everywhere can we see living organism? Many galaxies are there, right? In the Milky Way galaxy, in this particular solar system, in this earth, we can see living organism. See, in the universe, many Milky Way, many galaxies are there. Many galaxies are there. In our specific Milky Way galaxy, in the particular solar system of Earth, we can see certain organisms we know. Sometimes there will be living organism in another areas of universe also, like the alien species we used to tell. That's okay. But the living organisms identified this far, so far, or all the living organisms we know are present in Earth, right? But can you see living organisms everywhere in Earth? Can you see living organisms everywhere in Earth? No, we can't see living organisms everywhere in the Earth. Only in the biosphere part we could see living organisms. Am I right? Am I right? We can see living organism only in the biosphere part. Biosphere means it is actually divided into atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Apart from that, you know the layers like stratosphere, like that. Or in all those layers, can you see living organisms? No. Only the biosphere part of the earth is supporting living organisms. Okay. Am I right? You got this point? Guys, you got this point? Then tell me some of the living organisms you know. Living organisms. So, we are actually discussing about the unit diversity of life, right? So first chapter is what is living. In this chapter we will be discussing about some living organisms, the organisms present in the biosphere, about the total biodiversity and everything. And in our next chapters actually we are going to discuss the classification of this biodiversity present in biosphere. Okay, so we need some connection between our chapters, right? Okay, and Anjali, my name is Blessy. Okay, Blessy. I think you just came now only. In the beginning, I already said my name. My name is Blessy. Okay, Blessy. You can call me Blessy, and I'm from Kerala. Fine. So anyway, in the biosphere part of Earth only we could see living organisms. And one another thing is, in our biosphere, living organisms are of a wide range. Like we know so many plants, so many animals is there, so many bacteria is there, so many fungus is there, so many protozoans are there belonging to the category protist. Like that, millions and millions of living organisms are there. Can you give me the exact number of total living organisms present in the biosphere? Can you give? All of you should listen here, okay? Yeah. Can you tell me the proper number of total living organisms present in our biosphere? Can anyone give you the total number? No, it's impossible. Like we can't count it properly. Millions of living organisms are present. Millions of types of living organisms are present. How many? Millions of living organisms. Millions of living organisms are present. And all those living organisms are of different types. So different types of living organisms are also present. Different types of living organisms are also present, right? Different types of living organisms are also present in this biosphere. Okay. Thank you, Anjali. Thank you. Yes, my name is Blessy. Right. So actually, what all things we have to discuss in this chapter? We have to discuss the topics to be covered in this chapter. I'm just giving you some introduction for this chapter. Anyway, now we understood that millions of living organisms are present, right? And this millions of living organisms means millions of types of living organisms are present. Different varieties of living organisms, right? The term we use to express that diversity, that variety, is biodiversity. The term we use to express the diversity or variety of living organisms is biodiversity. The term we use is biodiversity. So what is biodiversity? Bio means something related to biology. Biology means life and living organisms, right? Life and living organism. Diversity means variety. So the term biodiversity is indicating the variety or diversity or difference in the types of living organisms present in our biosphere. Is that clear for you? The term biodiversity, is that clear for you? Yes. So our chapter name is the living world. Which is a living world? Biosphere is our living world. In our living world, millions of types of organisms are there. We can't say, perfectly say, there are 100 organisms, there are 100 types of organisms, there are 1,000, there are 1 lakh. We can't say it properly. It is millions. So the term we use to express the diversity or variety in the types of living organisms in the biosphere is actually biodiversity. So what are the topics we have to cover in this chapter? Initially, we will be discussing the term biodiversity. Initially, we will be discussing about biodiversity. Okay. And after that, we will be discussing some things related to taxonomy. It will be a new term for you, but anyway, we will be discussing it in detail. Okay. And under the topic taxonomy, there are certain subtopics like characterization. Please listen. After that, we will discuss everything in detail. Okay. Identification, classification, and nomenclature. Okay, it is a small chapter and only we have to discuss very few things. Okay, and along with this nomenclature, we will be discussing binomial nomenclature too. Okay, binomial nomenclature too. Fine. Yes. After that, we will be discussing about systematics. It is a very small topic. We will be discussing about systematics, and after that, we will be discussing taxonomic hierarchy, categories. Okay, categories. Fine. These are the only things we have to learn in this chapter. It is a very small chapter. Yes. So it's clear for you. So let's start discussing. So the things we already discussed is written here. Biology is a science of life, living forms and living. It's living. Okay, life forms and living processes. So what is living? Anything that has life is called a living organism. The variety of living organisms flourishing on the earth is infinite. It will count up to millions. So all living things possess some unique characteristics that make them different from non-living things. Anyway, we have the term biodiversity here. Bio means something related to life and diversity means variety. So biodiversity is referring to numbers and types of living organisms present on earth, specifically on biosphere part of the earth. Okay, so the world consists of millions of living organisms. I said it's not up to hundreds, it's not up to thousands, or it's not up to lakhs. Okay, so it's millions of living organisms, and we even cannot see with our naked eye certain organisms. Like the case of bacteria, we will be able to count organisms which is visible to our eyes, right? But we can't count the organisms like living organisms through our naked eyes. For that, we require microscope. So it will be very difficult to us to count the perfect number of total bacteria. Can you say how many bacteria is here? It is really impossible because even we couldn't see them, right? So there are lots of organisms. Most of them are even not visible to our naked eyes. So it is up to millions. The total diversity is up to millions. There are different types of plants, different types of animals, different types of insects, and different categories of organisms. Is that everything is belonging to the different types of diversity? The term we use is biodiversity. These organisms are formed to be living organism, and they are accommodating, or they are inhabiting in different habitats like forest. Some will be adapted to forest, some of them will be adapted to oceans, some will be adapted to deserts, some will be to lakes, ponds, mountains, and even hot water springs. In different habitats, different types of organisms are adapted, and they are living here. They are inhabiting that much type of habitat is also present. Okay, so each different kind of plant, animal, or any organism that we see is actually representing a species. So we got a new term here. Do you know what is meant by species? Biology without I didn't understand. Surya, I didn't understand your message. Flourishing means they are like what we can say. They are living perfectly. Flourishing means flourishing in different habitats means they are living perfectly. They are not facing any extinction or like that. Okay, now we can see, we can say like this: the Homo sapiens is flourishing in this earth. Okay, we are very well living. Okay, we are evolving very well, right? That is flourishing, perfectly adapted, no problems. They are not facing any problems. Okay, right? Okay, yeah. So we said we have different types of living organisms, right? Diversity is very huge. The variety is very huge. The types of organisms is numerous, right? So can you say some of the living organisms which you know? First I want to tell you humans. Okay, they are a type of living organism. We have cat, we have dog, we have parrot, we have crow, we have viper, we have rabbit, then what will we say? We have coconut tree, we have mango tree, we have palm trees. Then what? We have bacteria. Which bacteria we will take? E. coli. We have E. coli. Like that. We have mushroom, we have amoeba. Different kinds of organisms are here, right? Then what each organisms are? Each of them are different species. Rabbit is a species, crow is a species, human is a species, cat is another, dog is another, parrot is another, viper, the snake is another, E. coli, palm, mango, coconut, mushroom, amoeba, everything are belonging to different species. So what do you mean by species? Species means it is a group. Okay, we could use the term species. So actually species means each one is species, right? So each species will be a group or will be a population, and inside that group same type of organism will be present, and these organisms will be able to reproduce and to produce a fertile offspring among themselves. Okay, so the production of fertile offspring after reproduction is possible only within a group, because just imagine, viper can reproduce and produce another viper offspring only in the species viper. Cat can reproduce and can produce a young cat only in the particular group of cat, only in that species. Human is reproducing and they are producing young ones only in that particular group. See, human can't produce another species. When just imagine human and dog, reproduction is not possible in between two different species, right? So reproduction and production of fertile offspring is possible only within a specific group. So those organisms belonging to that same group is known as species. Okay, so each type of organism could be called as a species. Okay, so I know you understood the term species. You just read each different kind of plant, animal or organism that you see represents a species. Each type is representing a species. Okay, so similar group of organisms is called a species. So can you tell me how many species are present in this biodiversity, in this biosphere? The total number of species, the total number of different species. Actually, we have identified so many types of organisms, but there are many organisms yet to be discovered. The scientific world, the scientist, the taxonomist hasn't completed the identification of all living organisms. There are so many more organisms to be discovered. Remaining many organisms are also there existing, which is still undiscovered. Okay, so there are so many kind of different estimates by different scientists. They are estimating like that there will be this much more undiscovered living species, this much millions of the species has to be discovered, like that. So many rough estimates are there. Anyway, we are assuming that almost there will be 13 to 14 million species on this earth. It's a kind of assumption. The estimation which we believe, that is what I am telling. So we are believing that almost, it's not a perfect data, but according to the current available data, we are believing that there will be 13 to 14 million species. The sum total number it is telling 13 to 14 million species will be there on this earth. Okay, but anyway, according to IUCN, what is IUCN? IUCN means, I will give you the expansion. IUCN means International Union for the conservation of nature and natural resources. resources. So that is the full form of IUCN, International Union for the Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. It's a union for conserving of nature and natural resources. So according to the data that is collected by IUCN, it is said that Earth is consisting up to 1.7 to 1.8 million discovered species. The data is only regarding the discovered species. It is not regarding the species that has yet to be discovered, only regarding the discovered species. So there is a total of 1.7 to 1.8 million discovered species. Okay, so many more species has to be discovered. Okay, so we have an assumption. According to our assumption, the number of species which we discovered plus the number of species that has to be discovered will be almost up to 13 to 14 million. That means only a small part of the total species of our estimate is still discovered. Many more is remaining to be discovered at. Okay, so among this discovered species, you please note down this number 1.7 to 1.8 million. Okay, anyway, according to our data, according to the data from this discovered species, 1.25 million species which were discovered are animals and only 0.5 million species are plants. Okay, what is the number among the total 1.7 to 1.8? So yeah, I will take a fresh page. So the estimate is like this. There will be total of 1.7 to 1.8 million species, right? And among this 1.25, among this 1.25 will be animals, and only just 0.5 will be plants. Okay, this is our data. And among this animals, the biggest group is belonging to phylum Arthropoda. It is a phylum that you will learn in the chapter Animal Kingdom. In this Arthropoda, the beetles, moths, insects, crustaceans like prawns, crabs, etc. are belonging. Okay. Anyway, among this arthropods, the main majority is actually insects. Okay. So the data is like this. Our estimate is like this. There will be the total estimate is like this. While calculating all the discovered and the undiscovered species, there will be almost 13 to 40 million species, and among the discovered species, the number is 1.7 to 1.8 million. That much discovered species is there. Among that, 1.25 million is animals and just only 0.5 is plants. Okay, right? Clear? Yes, Anjali, okay. Okay, Anjali, okay, fine. Are you able to follow this? So is this okay for you? Is this okay for you? So shall we start the next topics? Is this clear, dears? Moradabad. Anjali, is that your place? Moradabad. Where is it? So shall we start discussing the next topics? So now we have 1.7 to 1.8 million species, right? The number is very huge. If it is not 100, it is not 1,000, it is not 10,000, it is not lakh, it is millions, right? So is that possible for us to learn about a specific organism from this group? No, it is not easy, right? We can't memorize all the living organisms. Actually, discovering of organisms is very important in case of science, because after discovering all the organisms, the scientific world will start studying so many features about the discovered organisms. We are identifying, we are discovering so many vaccines, we are discovering so many medicines, and so many kind of research is going on regarding all the identified organisms. We are actually studying about the different features of each and every organisms that is discovered. Okay, so it is not possible for us to study about all the discovered animals. This much discovered animals is there, right? 1.7 to 1 million species. So to make the study little more easy, we have one branch of science known as taxonomy. Okay. So actually learning about the discovered organisms is mandatory. So without any proper classification of these organisms, without arranging them into particular different groups, we can't study them. On a whole, all the organisms are there, different types of organisms are there. We are not even characterizing or classifying them into different groups, and on a whole, without any classification, finding these different kinds of organisms, identifying their features, remembering their features without any noting down and all, it will be very difficult. So we have a branch of science known as taxonomy. That branch of science, taxonomy, is dealing with the classification of all the discovered organisms. They are also dealing the identification, the characterization, the naming of all these different organisms. Okay, sometimes what I said now will be little bit difficult for you to grasp. Okay, I will make you understand it very perfectly. Okay, just imagine, not to imagine, we have 1.7 to 1.8 million species, right? So we need to for a research, we need to learn about a specific organism. Okay, and there are just imagine, I want to learn about crocodile, I want to learn about crocodile, I also want to learn about crow. Okay, now we know this is a crocodile, this is a crow, and I know crow is belonging to bird category, crocodile is belonging to vertebrate category, right? We know that crow is also belonging to vertebrate category, and apart from that, I know crocodile is belonging to the reptile category, right? Am I right? Yes. How can we identify that? And I also have to learn about rabbit. I know rabbit is belonging to mammal category. Just imagine, I want to learn about whale. I want to learn about bat. Can you identify the category to which they are belonging? Is a bat belonging to bird category? Is a whale belonging to fish category? No. Whale is a mammal. Bat is not. Bat is a mammal. Bat is also a mammal. Bat is not a bird. In the time of Nipah and all, we have some research regarding this bat, and at the time, if we are considering bat as a bird, then it will be difficult. So how we understood bat is a mammal, whale is a mammal, rabbit is a mammal, crow is a bird? How we understood that? Because we studied after discovering all these organisms, just identifying and just discovering and just summarizing the total count, like 1.7 to 1.8 million species is there. That's not enough. We have to discover, we have to study properly, and we have to identify all the features. We have to identify which are the species, which are the types of animals who is sharing similar features, and based on that, we have to characterize and put them into particular groups. Everything has to be dealt. Okay, everything is coming under science, everything is coming under research. Some scientific studies are going based on all these topics. Okay, so the branch of science which is dealing with all these kinds of identification, classification, characterization, naming, etc. is known as taxonomy. Okay, now we have to discuss about taxonomy in detail. Okay, anyway, taxonomy is having 4 processes. 4 processes is coming under taxonomy. We will discuss everything in detail, and one of the main feature of taxonomy, main process of taxonomy is characterization. The second one is identification, the next one is classification, and the final one is nomenclature. We will be discussing all these points in detail. So which are the processes of taxonomy? The process of taxonomy: characterization, identification, classification, and nomenclature. Okay, so let's start discussing about one by one. Okay, so first we will be discussing about characterization. Okay, characterization. Butterfly belonging to the category of insects. Cookie, hi cookie. Butterfly is belonging to the category of insect. Okay, so we have to discuss what is characterization. We have to find what is identification. We have to know what is classification. We also have to know what is nomenclature. Okay. Okay. So Now we know category fish is there, category bird is there, amphibian is there, amphibian is there, reptile is there. Then which is a category? Reptile is there. Among trees also we know trees is there. Among plants, shrubs is there, shrubs is there, herbs is there. Like that, different categories of living organisms are there, right? So just imagine I am a scientist. You just imagine I am a scientist, okay? I am a scientist, okay? And for my research, I was walking through a forest, okay? Suddenly I found an organism. I found an organism. The organism is like this. The organism is like this. It is having a mouth. It is having a mouth. It is not having tail. It is not having neck. No neck. It is not having neck. It is not having tail. No tail and neck is there. But it is having limbs. Okay, forelimbs and hind limbs is there. It has eyes. It has mouth. And its color is almost yellow. It is almost yellow in color. Okay. It is almost yellow in color. And my research is like this. I'm a taxonomist. I'm walking through the forest and suddenly I found this organism, and up to my knowledge, up to my current knowledge, what all I have learned so many things, and in my studies I haven't identified an organism like this. Okay. I don't know which is this organism. This is a new organism. For me, this is a new organism. So I'm having doubt. This will be an undiscovered organism. This is not a discovered organism in our scientific world. So I got the doubt, will this be a new organism? Has this organism to be discovered? Like that, I will be having so many doubts. Then what will I do? I will take this organism. I will take this organism to my lab. And in this locality where I got this organism, I will be searching for more of this kind of organism. Okay, I will search for more this kind of organism, and sometimes I will get few of these organisms, and from my lab I will start identifying the features. Okay, I will start identifying the features. So I found one point, it is not having tail. One point, okay. Another point, it is not having neck. That is the second point, okay. Then I understood it is almost a yellow in color. Third point. Then I understood it is having forelimbs and hind limbs. Next point, okay. Fourth point. Then I found that it has a big eyes. It has a big eyes. That's the fifth point. Then I opened its mouth, and then I found that it is having a bifurcated long tongue. That is the next point. Okay, so I will be confused to which category this organism will belong. I'm just thinking about all organism I know. Will this belong to the category of fish? No. Will this belong to birds? No. Will this belong to amphibian? Yes, just like frogs. I got a confusion here. I'm little bit confused. Is this belonging to the category of amphibians? Then I got confused with the reptiles. No, it will not be. Then trees, shrubs, herbs. No. Okay. So again, I looked back onto this ecology, onto this ecosystem, onto this habitat where I found this organism, and I found some of other organisms, some more number of the same organism. Then I found that this organism can live in water and land. Okay, sometimes it will be in water, sometimes it will be in land. So another ecological feature, another feature regarding the habitat of this organism, I understood. Then I will observe this organism for 1 year or like that. Then I will observe its breeding period, the way how it reproduce, the way how it undergo reproduction. Will it lay egg? Will it no? It is giving birth to the young one. Like that, so many features I will assume. Like all these are actually the characters of this new organism. These are actually characters of this new organism, the undiscovered organism. I'm just depicting the new characters. I am observing and noting down the new characters. So whenever a taxonomist, a scientist is about to identify a new organism, he or she will note down all the characters of that organism and will compare these characters to the existing group of organisms, right? And this process of taxonomy is actually known as Characterization. So what is characterization? Understanding of characters of organisms based on their similarity and dissimilarity. It is based on similarity and dissimilarity. Only characterization is done, right? Yes, I found that this organism is belonging to the group of amphibians because it is showing similar features to other members of the amphibian. It is not belonging to the group fishes. It is not belonging to the group birds. It is not belonging to reptiles, nor to trees, nor to shrubs, nor to herbs. Why? Because they are showing dissimilar characters from these groups, and it is showing similar features to the group of amphibians. So we could say that characterization means understanding of characters of organisms based on the similarities and dissimilarities with the other groups. Is this point clear for you? Is this clear for you? Is this clear for you? Is this clear? Yes. Hi, Zenizi. Okay, Ram is asking cellular organization means. We are having so many cells, no? All organisms are composed of cells. We are composed of cell. Okay, so cellular organization means in an organism only up to cells. The organization will only be up to cells. No tissue level organization could be seen. Okay, only the organization up to cellular level. That means we know cells are aggregating together. Similar cells performing similar function are grouped together and they are actually called as tissues. Okay, so in organisms with the cellular level of organization, only the level up to cells is found. They will not be organized up to tissues or then to organ or then to organ system. In organisms with a cellular level of organization, only cellular level will be there. No tissue level, no organ level, no organ system level. Is that clear? Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. How to make short notes while reading? You just note down the important points, only the important points, only things which has to be memorized, the names of scientists, the years, the difficult terminologies which we have to revise. Okay, some topics or some points we can't write while preparing short notes. We can't elaborate a complete sentence. Just make short each of the points, very important points. The points should be like this. So if I'm making a note based on taxonomy, it should be like this: taxonomy, characterization, identification, nomenclature, then what? Classification. Okay, that's a short note. And in each of the topics, each of the characters, sometimes we'll be having a single point. Only make the important simple points, not elaborate. Don't do descriptive writing for short notes. Okay, that's the thing. Is this clear, dears? Yes, it's clear. So the next point, identification. It is also very simple. Based on characterization, we are actually identifying the organism. Okay, very simple. In our previous example, we have found that based on these characterization is done based on the similarities and dissimilarities, and based on this characterization, we finally identified this is actually belonging to amphibians. That's it. That's the classification. Yes, correct description of organism prior to nomenclature. Okay. So after characterization, we will be describing the organism, and based on the description of those characters, we could identify the organism, whether it is a bird, whether it is a mammal, whether it is a reptile, whether it is an amphibian. So based on characterization, we are actually identifying the organism, the group to which it belongs. That is actually known as identification. So this is carried by determining similarity with the already known species. Based on the similarities and dissimilarities with already identified groups only, we are performing this process of identification. So I think this is also clear for you. Okay. And after identifying, we are actually grouping this organism into a particular group. See, yes, here I found that first I did characterization, I note down the characters, and finally I understood that I identified this is actually belonging to the group amphibian. Okay. So after identifying, I'm just classifying this organism into this particular group. Like that, the complete biodiversity in the biosphere is classified into different groups. Okay. So just imagine, I will give you another example. So just imagine the case of a library. Yes, who is calling me? Someone is calling me. What's it? What happened, Sudha? Please tell what happened. What happened to you? Yes, you may say, Sudha, a dead person. No, how can a dead person grow? Ram, no, dead person will not grow. How he can grow? What a question is it? Dead person means it is not showing any properties of life. Dead person will not show growth. Okay. Okay, dears. So, just imagine the case of a library. In a library, there will be books regarding Hindi books will be there, English books will be there, Marathi books will be there, Urdu books will be there, Malayalam books will be there, Sanskrit books will be there, Tamil books will be there, so many. Sometimes French books will be there, German books will be there, Japanese books will be there, Chinese books will be there. So many different kinds of books belonging to different languages will be in a library. And apart from that, poetry will be there, novels will be there, short stories will be there, then some manuals will be there, then scientific writing will be there, publications will be there, magazines will be there, newspapers will be there, different kinds of books will be there, different kinds of writings, many kinds of categories of writings will be there in a library. If the library is not arranged properly, all the books are messed up and placed without any organization, everything in same shelf, mixed everything in same shelf, will that be easy for you to identify? I want to pick a particular book. Okay, will that be easy? It will be a little a tiresome duty. So in our library, in most of the libraries, the writings are organized in a way in which Hindi writings in specific place, English writings in another specific place, Malayalam writings in another specific place, and among this, short stories in this section, poetry in this section, newspaper in this section, magazine in this section. Like that, we are actually arranging and organizing the library. How it is arranged? Based on the similarities and dissimilarities, right? Based on the similarities and dissimilarity only we are arranging. Based on similarity and dissimilarity. Am I right? Only we are arranging, because Hindi novels in one place, Malayalam novels in another place, English in another place, German in another place. Yes, all the German writings is placed into this group. All the Hindi writings into this group. Why? Because all of them are showing similarity, and the books in this Hindi category is showing dissimilarity with the all other categories. So here actually we are doing the process of classification. Classification is done based on similarities and dissimilarities. Just like that, after characterization and after identification, the organism is classified into particular groups. In our biology, in our taxonomy also, we have classified organisms specifically into specific groups, like some to birds, some to fish, some to reptile, some to amphibian, like that. Because based on the similarity and dissimilarity only, we are classifying organisms into different groups. And why we are doing this process of classification? We are doing the process of classification only to make the study easy. To make the study easy. We are doing this only to make the study easy. Okay. Otherwise, if all the organisms are arranged, we are not arranging. Okay, we are just writing now down like this. These are the list of organisms that is identified by the scientific world. Then it will be very difficult for us to learn some properties. Okay, right? Very few number only. Very few number only. Okay. So what is classification? Impossible to study all the living organisms. So classification is a process of grouping of organisms into convenient groups based on some easily observable characters, similarities and differences. A single group consists of those organisms that have similar common features. It will be different from other groups. Okay. Classification makes the study of organism convenient. Yes. Why we are doing classification? Only to make the study easy. Only to make the study convenient. Fine. Who is asking that? Who is asking? Darshini. You are asking which chapter is this? Dear Darshini, this is the chapter The Living World. Okay. So now what all things we have discussed? Okay. Just go to the starting of the chapter. We understood what is biodiversity. We understood what is characterization. We understood what is identification. We understood what is classification. Okay, only few more topics are remaining. This is a very small chapter. So now we have to understand what is nomenclature. Okay, so you guys asked me for the important topic and the topic from which questions will come. So this is one of the important topic. Nomenclature is very important topic. This is very important topic. Okay, this is very important topic. Darshini, this is living world. Number of questions for NEET exam. 3 or 4, maximum 3 or 4. It will be like 3. Mostly it will be 3. Sometimes it will be 2. Sometimes it will be 4. Like that. Mostly I'm giving you the average range of 3. Okay. Fine. So what is actually nomenclature? We have to discuss that. Nomenclature means it is the naming process. Nomenclature actually means the naming process. It is the naming process of organisms. Naming process of organisms. Okay. No. That nomenclature is different and this nomenclature is different. That is nomenclature in case of chemistry. In case of chemistry also, you are learning about IUPAC nomenclature. That means naming, right? Here also we are doing naming. So what is this? This is actually sardine. In English we will say it as sardine. In Malayalam we will call it as matti, chala, like that. In Tamil it is having some another name. In Kannada it is having some another name. In Telugu it is having some another name. In Urdu, in all other languages, in Japanese, in German, in French, in English, this organism is having different names. Okay. So actually this is papaya in English. In all specific languages, even in a single language, to different localities, each of the organism will be having different names. This is actually pea and this is actually tapioca. In all cases, in the case of all organisms are having different names, even in a single language, according to the locality in which it is seen. Some people from one locality will call one organism a particular name. Some another locality will be calling it in a different name. Okay, so what will happen in case of research and all? Just imagine scientists from different countries. That means scientists from Russia, scientists from Japan, scientists from China, France, America, India, all scientists, many scientists belonging to different languages, different countries is going to conduct a research and presentation based on this tapioca. Then what will they call this organism? Each of them will be telling this organism in their own language. In all places English is not common. In German and all, they will not be using the English as a common language. Okay, then what will happen? That will create a difficulty, right? So our scientific world has decided to give a particular scientific name to each and every organism that has identified by the scientific world. Now we know almost 1.7 to 1.8 million organisms are identified by the scientific name, right? So they done the process of characterization, they did identification, they did characterization, classification, everything. Okay, so they thought this characterization, classification and identification is not enough. So for some scientific purpose, people from different places has to deal with this organism for particular purposes. Okay, so for learning and scientific process, so the scientific world has decided to give a one single common name for each of the organism in terms of science. It should not be any term or any name regarding a particular language. For each organism we will be giving a particular scientific name. That scientific name is common, same for people of all languages. It will not be a Hindi name, it will not be an English name, it will not be a German name, it will not be a French name, like that. Language barriers will not be there. Each and every organism will be known by a very single name, very single scientific name. So each of the discovered organism is undergoing a process of naming. That process of naming is known as nomenclature. And in this nomenclature process, each and every organism is given a scientific name. Okay. So that process of giving of, or that process of naming of organism with the scientific name is known as nomenclature. So that's the last process of taxonomy. Just read, naming of an organism is called nomenclature. In different countries of the country or world, different local names are used for one organism. The local names sometimes lead to incorrect meaning of the organisms. So these local names will vary from one place to place, region to region, and within a country also. So it is impossible for any person to remember the names of an organism in all languages. So there is a need for uniform system of naming of or nomenclature of organism. Every organism must have unique, universally accepted name, which is called as a scientific name. So scientific names are given to each and every organisms, and each of the organism is undergoing the process of nomenclature. And for naming of each and every organism, some particular rules and regulations has to be followed. Okay, if you are naming a particular organism belonging to the category of plants, the rules and regulations provided by a committee known as, by a team known as ICBN. Okay. If the organism is an animal, the rules and regulation for naming, for nomenclature of that of that animal, of that organism belonging to the group animal is according to rules and regulation given by another organization known as NCERT. So what is NCERT and ICBN? ICBN means International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. For botanical nomenclature. So what is ICERT? ICERT means International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Fine. Yeah, so ICBN means International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. ICZN means International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. So this is another important point. Questions will come for you based on this topic. Okay. So it is said like this. ICBN means International Code for Botanical Nomenclature. ICZN means International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. So nomenclature means the naming process. Organisms are given a unique, universally accepted scientific name. If the organism is belonging to the group of plants, the rules and regulations provided by International Code for Botanical Nomenclature or ICBN. If the organism is belonging to the category of animals, the rules and regulation for the nomenclature, for the naming is given by ICZN, International Code of Zoological Nomenclature. Is this clear? Is this clear? So now we are discussing about the process of taxonomy, right? Which are the processes? Characterization of organism, identification of organism, classification of organism, and nomenclature of organism. Now tell me, what do you mean by the term taxonomy? What is taxonomy actually? Please tell me. What is taxonomy? What is taxonomy then? Yes, taxonomy is actually taken from Greek words. Taxus means arrangement and nomos means law. So what is taxonomy? Arrangement, some law regarding arrangement, right? So taxonomy is a branch of biology that deals with the study of characterization, identification, classification and nomenclature of an organism. It's a study of defining groups of biological organisms on the basis of shared characteristics and giving names to those organisms. Who is the father of taxonomy? Carolus Linnaeus. This is also important. So he is the father of taxonomy. This is Carl Linnaeus, right? Okay. Yes. It is not only the study of genus Darshini. It is not only the study of genus. It is a study of characterization. It is a study of classification. It is a study of identification. It is also the study of naming of organisms. Fine. Yes. No. Arya, evolutionary relationship between organism is not studied in taxonomy. It is not studied in taxonomy. Okay. In taxonomy, we are not studying the evolutionary relationship between organisms. Okay. fine? Okay, ready? Okay. Is this clear? Hi, Meher. If it is clear for you, shall we start with the next topic? Is this much clear? Hi, Meher. You are from Kerala. Sing. What are you saying? Okay. So, taxonomy is based on what is that comment, Darshini? Okay, so taxonomy means simply it is a study of characterization, it is a study of identification, it is a study of classification, it is a study of nomenclature, right? So taxonomy, we are doing all these process based on external and internal structure, just like we took characterization of frog in the previous example. The external features as well as the internal features of the organism is analyzed. The structure of cell, like is it having a cell wall, is it carrying a particular pigment, is it eukaryotic organism, is it prokaryotic organism, is it a unicellular organism, is it a multicellular organism, like that. The structure of cell is also analyzed, and the developmental process, that means is it having a larva, is it not having a larva, like that. The developmental process also involved in the gestation period, in the development period, how much time period is involved, is it laying eggs, like that. So many developmental features is also analyzed. And ecological information, like where it is living, is it an aquatic organism, is it a terrestrial organism, is it an amphibian living on both places, like that. All these informations are actually checked. Okay, in case of taxonomy, we are doing the studies based on external and internal structure, based on cell structure, based on development process, and also based on ecological information. But in taxonomy, actually, what is the thing means, we are not focusing on any evolutionary relationship between organisms. Okay, you understood. In taxonomy, we are not checking the evolutionary relationship between organisms. Yes, in the previous example, we placed that organism into the group of amphibians and not to the group of reptiles or birds or fishes. Okay, but while doing that, we haven't analyzed the evolutionary relationship of that new organism with the existing organism in this particular group of amphibians. So it is actually a demerit of taxonomy. So we started adding evolutionary relationship. We started considering the evolutionary relationship between organisms also. So we found a new branch of science or a new modification of taxonomy, which is actually systematics. Systematics is actually same as taxonomy. Nomenclature, classification, characterization, and identification is done, and along with that, the evolutionary relationship between organisms has also started considering. So what is systematics? Systematics is another branch of science that includes the study of classification, nomenclature, identification, and along with that, evolutionary history of an organism is also started considering. So thus the taxonomic characteristics of an organism along with the evolutionary history come under systematics. Systematics is a study of diversification of living forms, both past and present. That means evolutionary connection is revealed here. The relationship among living organisms through time. Through time means it is actually evolution. So actually taxonomy plus study of evolutionary relationship is systematics. The technical term, the scientific term for evolutionary relationship is phylogeny. You just not evolutionary relationship, the scientific, the technical term is actually phylogeny. And Systematics has originated from a Latin word systema, which means arrangement. Okay. So that's about systematics. Systematics is representing systematic arrangement of organism. This was also first described by Linnaeus in his publication Systema Natura. So it is same as taxonomy, but along with that, evolutionary relationship is considered. Organism with the same evolutionary relationship is coming under same group in classification. Okay, fine. Okay, so we found that in case of nomenclature, what is done? In case of nomenclature, giving scientific name for organism. Scientific name is given for organism, right? Scientific name is given for organism. And you usually have heard about the scientific name of human being. What is the scientific name of human being? The scientific name of human being is Homo sapiens. Okay, Homo sapiens. Human being's scientific name is Homo sapiens. Just like that, you might have heard about the scientific name of mango. What is the scientific term of mango? Mangifera indica. Mangifera indica. Okay. Like that, you have heard about the scientific names like Panthera leo, Panthera tigris, Cocos nucifera, Oryza sativa, Tritica mistivum. Like that, you have heard about so many scientific names. Okay. While analyzing all the scientific names, we could understand that a scientific name is consisting of two parts. Just imagine Homo sapien, one part, two part. One part, next part, right? So, a scientific name consists of two parts. For an organism, in a scientific naming process, in the nomenclature process, two names are given, two parts of names are given, and that is why this naming is known as binomial nomenclature. This is also introduced by Carl Linnaeus, the nomenclature process. Okay, so the introduction of binomial nomenclature of the plants and animals with his work on the book Species Plantarum in the year 1753. So according to this scientific nomenclature or this binomial nomenclature, a scientific name or biological name of a species is consisting of two components, two parts. The first part is known as generic name or generic epithet. Generic name or generic epithet. And the second part is known as specific epithet or specific name. Specific epithet or specific name. Okay. So I am taking the example of Homo sapiens itself. I am taking the example of humans. Homo sapiens itself. Homo sapiens itself. Okay. So this Homo is the generic epithet or generic name. That is actually representing the genus name of the organism. And sapiens is a specific epithet or specific name. That is the species name. That is the species name of that organism. That is the species name of an organism. So you just understand a binomial nomenclature will be consisting of two components. The first component is generic name, generic epithet, which is representing the genus name. And the second is the specific epithet or specific name, that is the species name of the organism, right? Sometimes, okay, yes. There is chance of more than two parts in nomenclature, Shiva, but you don't have to learn that. Okay. What happened, Darshini? Darshini, I have explained taxonomy. Okay. Yes, Shiva. Yeah. But you have to learn only this much. In your higher studies, you will be learning about that. Okay. So in this section, in your plus 1 classes, only the two parts. You have to learn only that much. Okay. So we already said that while nomenclature, in case of naming process, it's under certain rules and regulations. It is under the rules and regulations of ICB and NCERT and such kind of organization. Okay. So anyway, let's look on to some certain some particular specific rules and regulations. Okay. So actually mainly there are 4 rules. First rule, just look, biological names are generally written in Latin and written in italics. They are Latinized or derived from Latin irrespective of their origin. Okay. Sometimes the particular organism will be discovered from Germany. Sometimes will be France. Sometimes will be from Canada. Sometimes will be from America. Sometimes will be from Antarctica, sometimes will be from Africa, sometimes will be from India, sometimes will be from Bhopal, sometimes will be from Pakistan. From different parts only, different organisms are found. Okay. So whoever is finding this organism, from whichever place is this organism found, no matter, all the names of this organism is actually Latinized. Okay. Every name has to be converted into a Latin form. Okay. So that is the first rule. All the biological names of all organism, wherever will be from it is found, whoever is founding it, no matter, every names are Latinized. Okay. And they are written in italics when they are printed. Okay. So they are Latinized or derived from Latin irrespective of their origin. Like for example, sometimes Mangifera indica. Indica means actually the mango, the scientific name is Mangifera indica because it is actually found from India. But that India is actually represented in that indica species name. But that term is actually Latinized. That's why it got the name Mangifera indica. Whatever the name we are giving to this organism, no matter, that word has to be converted into Latin. That is why we are telling the names are Latinized irrespective of their origin. Okay. So the second law, the first word in a biological name represents the genus name, while the second component denotes the specific epithet. We already discussed that. Now just look on to the third rule. Both the words in a biological name, which when handwritten are separately underlined or printed in italics to indicate their Latin origin. In the previous sessions, I wrote Homo sapiens like this only, right? I wrote Homo sapiens like this. I separately has underlined the genus name and species name. And then I also wrote Mangifera indica. I also wrote Mangifera indica. Okay. So I wrote Mangifera indica like this. I have separately underlined the Mangifera from indica. Why I did so? It is not by mistake. It is actually intentionally I did that. While writing scientific names in handwritten format, the genus name and species name has to be separately underlined. It has not be, we have not underlined that continuously. We have to underline it separately. Okay. So next rule, just look. The first word denoting the genus name start with a capital letter. In both cases, I have started the genus name with a capital letter, while the specific epithet, the second name starts with a small letter. Can you see? Yes. And we also have one more rule. If we are printing this name, if we are printing this scientific name, here I am writing it by my hand. It is handwritten, right? If we are printing a scientific name, it should be in italics. It should be printed in italics. That italics printing is actually to represent their Latin origin. Okay. So Mangifera indica, while printed, it is represented like this. Can you see the italics? It is italicized, right? Okay. So yeah, by small one more rule is there. Sometimes you might be seeing the writing of scientific name like this. Can you see? Mangifera indica Lin. Okay, I am writing it again here. Mangifera indica Lin. Okay, I have written the scientific name like this. Here I have separately underlined. It is in capital letter. It is in small letter. It is not printed. It is handwritten. Okay. And here I have given an abbreviation of the author who described this for the first time. Actually, this is Linnaeus. It is the abbreviation of Linnaeus. Why I did like that? Sometimes it is a complete form of writing of a scientific name. Sometimes in some places we will be seeing the writing of scientific name like this. Actually, it is representing the author who has first described that species. Okay. That's why we are giving an abbreviation of the author who have first described it. Okay. So, yes, this is tiger, this is mango, Panthera tigris and Mangifera indica. Okay. Ma'am, why nomenclature are not widely used? Who said nomenclature is not widely used? Nomenclature is widely used in terms of biology. While you are learning after this 12th standard, if you are taking higher studies in all the international books, in all international editions and writings, we are using organisms by the scientific name only. Okay. Nomenclature is widely used. Who said it is not widely used? We are using nomenclature widely. In our scientific world, organisms are represented not by the scientific name only. Do you know the German name in which mango is known? No. For a scientific purpose, we are only using the term Mangifera indica. Right. Padma, my name is Blessy. Okay. Padma, my name is Blessy Mariabichu and my scientific name is Homo sapiens. Okay. All of us are having same scientific name. Our binomial nomenclature is Homo sapiens. Okay. Right. So just look. Can you see any mistake here? Yes. Panthera leo. It should be small letter. Panthera pardus leopard. It also should be in small letter. Panthera tigris. Again mistake. Small letter T. Mangifera indica, it's alright. Solanum tuberosum potato, black nightshade, Solanum nigrum, okay. Brinjal, Solanum melongena, human being, Homo sapiens, okay. Housefly, Musca domestica, weed, Triticum aestivum, cat, Felis, catus, okay. Fine. You need not have to learn all the scientific names. Whatever is given in your NCERT textbook, that's what you have to learn, okay. So, the last part of this session. So now you understood what is taxonomy. Now you also understood what is systematics. We also have one more topic remaining, that is taxonomic hierarchy, taxonomic category. We also have to understand what is taxonomic rank and what is actually meant by taxon. Actually all are same things, okay. Taxonomic category is same, taxonomic rank is same, taxon is also same. Taxonomic hierarchy is some another concept, okay. So moving on to the last part of this chapter. Okay. This is the last part of this chapter. So actually, we have a very big biosphere here, right? We have a very big biosphere, and in this biosphere 1.7 to 1 million identified species are there. Okay. So we can't study these organisms as a whole. So we understood we should classify these organisms. So based on the similarities and dissimilarities, we are classifying these organisms into different groups. Okay. So let's imagine we are classifying the whole organism into two categories, that is animals and plants. Okay. So again, in this plant category, there are again different types of plants, right? Like we could classify it into trees, shrubs and herbs. Okay. In case of animals also, we could characterize these organisms into those with red blood cells, those with no red blood cell. Like that we can categorize, right? So the whole biodiversity is classified into groups, and these groups again is having similarities and dissimilarities inside each group, right? This is a group, even though the organism in this group is having similarities and dissimilarities. So based on the similarities and dissimilarities, again we are subdividing these organisms into subgroups. Okay. Again in each of these subgroups, dissimilarities are there. So based on the similarities and dissimilarities, again it is further subdivided into further subgroups, right? Just like that, we are classifying the whole biosphere, the whole biodiversity into so many categories. So just look how the category is going. The complete biosphere, the complete biodiversity initially is divided into kingdoms. Okay. Kingdom is a big group. Okay. So we have kingdoms like plant kingdom, we have kingdom like a animal kingdom, we have kingdom like a kingdom fungi, we have kingdom like a kingdom monera. You might have learned this in your smaller class, right? R.H. Whitaker has classified the complete biodiversity into 5 kingdoms: kingdom monera, kingdom protista, kingdom fungi, kingdom plantae, kingdom animalia. Anyway, the whole biodiversity based on similarities and dissimilarities is divided into groups called kingdoms. And each of the kingdoms again is having, just imagine we have 5 kingdom. Just imagine we have 5 kingdom. Okay. So organisms in each of these kingdoms are having dissimilarities inside that kingdom. So based on the dissimilarities, organisms are again further subdivided. Similar organisms are coming to this subgroup. Similar organism with similar features coming to the next subgroup. Another organism with similar properties which is dissimilar from these two groups are coming under the third category. Just like that, kingdom is divided into so many phylum. The further subgroup of kingdom is known as phylum, and each of the phylum is having again similarities and dissimilarities. So based on that, phylum is divided into so many classes. Each of the organisms in each single class is again further subdivided into categories called order. And each of the organisms in order is again further subdivided into categories called a family. Okay, family. And each of the organisms in family based on similarities is dissimilarities is classified into category called genus. And while we are looking at single genus, there are so many species. Okay, so genus is further subdivided into so many species. Okay, so we can say like this: related species will belong to a same genus. Related genus will belong to same family. Related family will belong to same order. Related order will belong to same class. Related class will belong to same phylum. Related phylum will belong to same kingdom. And all the kingdoms together constitute the complete biodiversity. Clear? Is this clear? So each of these specific categories, see, kingdom is a category, right? Based on about this classification of the biodiversity, kingdom is the category, right? Phylum is another category. Class is another category. Order is next category. Family is another category. Genus is another category. Species is another category. For all these categories, we are giving a specific rank. The highest rank will goes to kingdom, right? The highest rank will goes to kingdom because it is the highest group, and the lowest rank will goes to species. So species is the lowest rank. See, each of them are taxonomic categories. Each of them are particular taxonomic categories. And each of the category is having a specific rank. Okay, each of them is having a specific rank. Okay, clear? And each of this particular category with a particular rank is known by the term taxon. So this is a specific category, or this is a taxon. This is another taxon. This is another taxon. This is another taxon. This is another taxon. Another taxon. Another taxon. So we will be asking a question like this: what is the unit of classification? Each are units. This is a unit. 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 This is also a unit. So the unit of classification is taxon. Unit of classification is taxon. Actually, taxonomic category and taxon are same, with each of them are having a specific taxonomic rank. So this is a taxonomic rank, this is a taxon, this is a taxonomic category. Little more technical or scientific term is this taxon. For this taxonomic category, we are giving a technical term, and that is taxon. Okay, is that clear for you? So this taxon or taxonomic category, after giving a particular taxonomic rank, we are arranging them into a particular taxonomic hierarchy. So what is the taxonomic hierarchy here? First, which are the taxonomic categories? The first category is kingdom, then it is phylum, then it is class, then it is order, then it is family, then it is genus, and then it is species. Okay. So after that, we should give them the hierarchy. This is the first rank, highest rank. This is the highest rank. This is the highest rank, and this is the lowest rank. So based on this rank, we could arrange them into a hierarchy, right? So just imagine species combined together to form genus, genus grouped together and form family, family grouped together to order, order grouping together to class, class grouping together to phylum or division, phylum or division grouping together to kingdom. Phylum is set based on animals, and division is a term given for phylum for plants. Okay, So anyway, this is the arranging, this is the ascending order. Here the ascending order is shown. Here the ascending order is shown. What is ascending order? Ascending order means small to largest, right? Small to largest. So the lowest taxonomic rank is species. So from species, the arrow is like this: species to genus, genus to family, family to order, order to class, class to phylum, phylum to kingdom. This is ascending order. Sometimes you will get question like this: arrange the taxonomic group or arrange the taxonomic hierarchy in descending order. Then you will reverse the arrow. Descending order means highest to lowest, right? So you will put arrow like this, downward. Clear? Yes. So that's about this chapter. Taxonomic category. Each step representing a rank or taxonomic category or taxon. And taxon is a unit of classification. All the categories together constitute a taxonomic hierarchy. All the taxonomic categories possess similar characters which are actually different from others. Classification is a multi-process step. Each step is rank or level or category. 7 obligate categories is there. Ranks are arranged in definite order. Taxon, the term was first introduced by ICBN. Just note down that all other we are learning in this chapter is given by Carl Linnaeus, but the term taxon first is given by ICBN. So what is taxon? Taxon means that is a particular group, that is a particular category with a group of similar genetically related individuals having certain characters distinct from other those of other. So it is representing the real group of organism in taxonomic category. Taxon is the unit of classification. Okay. Yeah. So taxonomic hierarchy, we already said about the hierarchy. So species means we know the organism of a particular group which can reproduce among themselves and providing and producing fertile species is known as species. So many related species combined together and form genus. See, so potato, tomato and brinjal, all of them are related species. See, Solanum tuberosum is the scientific name of potato. Solanum lycopersicum is the scientific name of tomato. Solanum melongena is the scientific name of brinjal. Okay. All of them are belonging to the same genus Solanum. So Solanum is the genus name. So related species combined together and form the genus. Okay. Another example: lion, leopard and a tiger. Panthera leo, Panthera pardus, Panthera tigris. All of them are different species, but they are belonging to the same genus Panthera. Okay. So genus combined together to form related genus combined and form family. The group of related genus is family. Assemblage of related families is order. Group of closely related orders class. And group of closely related classes phylum or division. Global group of related phylum or division. That means all the phylum together form the kingdom. Okay. And towards the end of this chapter, we have one more table to learn. This is very important. This is actually the scientific name of certain organisms. We have to learn the common name, biological name, genus, family, order, class and phylum or division of man, housefly, mango and wheat. What is the biological scientific name of man? Homo sapien. Housefly, Musca domestica. Mango, Mangifera indica. Wheat, Triticum mistivum. Okay. So what is the genus name? Homo is the genus name. Musca is the genus name. Mangifera is the genus name. Triticum is the genus name. Okay. So the family to which man, housefly, mango and wheat belong. Man belong to family Hominidae, housefly to Muscidae, mango to Anacardiaceae, wheat to Poaceae. You could see in case of animals, the family name end with a day. And in case of plants, the family name end with a CA. Okay. Yes. The order. Man to the order Primata, housefly to the order Diptera, mango to the order Sapindales, and wheat to the order Poaceae. And the class Mammalia, Insecta, Dicotyledonnae, Monocotyledonnae. The phylum Chordata, Arthropoda, Angiospermae and Angiospermae. The kingdom is, both of them are belonging to kingdom Animalia, belonging to the kingdom Plantae. Okay. Yes, the same table. So that's about this chapter. So dears, that's about this chapter. Are you having any doubts? Do you have any further doubts regarding this chapter? If you are having any more doubts, I can clarify that. After that, we will be winding up the session. Okay. So dears, is this clear for you? Guys, is this clear? Okay. Instrument. Yes. Uh, yes. To make it uniform. Anyway, it should be in a particular single form. No. It should be in a particular single form. So the scientific world has selected Latin. They selected the Latin. We could have German, we could have converted it into German, we could have converted into French. Anyway, all the names should be in a particular format. Anyway, in the starting time of the nomenclature, those scientists, those taxonomists choose Latin. So they decided for a uniform system and they took Latin. Everything should be in Latin. Okay, that's it. Fighter, I don't know. I don't know about tomorrow's session, okay? You could check the schedule, live schedule, I think. I don't know. Okay, for tomorrow's class, you could check the live schedule. So, shall we stop? So, shall we stop our discussion? So, what you have to do means, after the winding up of this live session, we will wind up this live session. We will complete it now. We will close the live session now. After this live session, not in the live session, when the live session gets finished, you have to comment your feedback. You have to say like, okay, it's a nice class. Ma'am did it well. Very nice explanation. It's clear for you. Like that, you can give me comments. Okay, fine. So, bye for today. We will be seeing in next session. Bye dears. It was an awesome experience with you. You all were very supportive. You all were very interactive. I got very nice, good students for my +1 class. You are very nice students. Thank you dears for your cooperation. Thank you so much. Bye. We will see in the next class. Take care. Take care dears. Bye.